Hey YouTube, Off-Grid Cracker here. I wanted to do another video on my 12-volt lighting system for the cabin. Showing you a picture of a little bit of surroundings of the cabin. This is upstairs back deck, or a cheap Harbor Freight system there. That will be converted to a Renogy 160 watt panel, which will be on top of the roof right here, and then come in through the soffit here. Today I want to talk about the system, the 12-volt lighting, because I think everybody wants to know a little bit about 12-volt lighting. I've done a lot of research extensively to put this in the cabin, and people say, well, why don't you just go with a DC AC conversion to an inverter? Excuse the mess real quick. I've got construction going on everywhere in every project, but back to the subject here. The reason why I wanted to go with a 12-volt lighted system is because I can take a car battery out of a vehicle, out of a tractor, anything, and have residual power for quite a while. A good 17 hours with all the lights on with no sun. So we'll talk a little bit about that in a second. Versus having an AC system, say you had a battery bank, not just going to go down or anything, but if you had a short cell or something like that and it drained your batteries while you were gone, you came back and you didn't have ability to have your inverter turned on, then you wouldn't have power. And also for a backup secondary, this cabin will have DC lighting, AC lighting, because it's going to have 3 ceiling fans in it. One in that loft bedroom over here, one in the loft bedroom we're in right here. Actually, one in the living room right there, and one in the porch, so actually 4 when I get done. 3 are here right now, but 1 more we'll be adding. They're actually sitting in the loft way over there. If you can see, I'll point to them. They're over there in the boxes right there. But anyway, so we'll have lights through AC power. We'll also have AC. As you can look down there, you'll see switches on the wall. You'll see the DC switches right here. That's for the outside light, all the ones you see going on in the center right here. And then the AC switch, that'll be for the ceiling fan and for the outside fan. And then you have the AC outlets. They're all the way around the wall. You'll see them sporadic through the cabin. I did them just like code, every 8 to 10 feet. I wanted to have the ability where you felt like this off-grid cabin was just like home. I wanted to be able to run an air conditioner. I wanted to be able to run a hair dryer. I wanted to be able to run a microwave, a toaster oven, all those things. So I separated the lighting system, which will have lighting ability on the 48-volt system. So we will be running 2 48-volt systems and a 12-volt system in this cabin. The 12-volt will run the lighting. The 48-volt will run the inverter, which runs the house. And then we'll have another 48-volt system that'll run 48-volt battery bank, excuse me, that'll run the hybrid air conditioner that the bracket's right behind the 60-watt panel that I told you was going to go on the roof. That's a hot spot 48-volt direct current, not a hybrid, direct current AC unit. We'll do another video on that once I get it completely installed. Our Engineer 775 did one on a hybrid, which is a 48-volt hybrid / AC. This one's strictly off-grid, 100% 48 volt. So it runs on 8 6-volt batteries, 6 300-watt solar panels, and then of course that the charge control, or no charge controller, the battery bank and the air conditioner. So back to this system here, before I keep rambling on. As you can see, I'm gonna recess them in the ceiling, so they look nice. Of course, the plastic will come off of them. We're still polyurethane in the wood and finishing up the wood all the way around, but they'll all be angled about 6 to 8 inches once we get them completely done from the ridge on both sides all the way down. So right now we have 32 of them running in the cabins. There are two outside, all these down the middle, 2 above the range and the kitchen downstairs, 2 in the bathroom, and 4 in the bedroom, and I'll show you those in just a second. So back to the lighting, I bought these switches. These are actually 12-volt switches that go in a motorhome. So on and off, they look good. You can mount them. You can put the little slider clips for like 12-volt lighting on the back of them. Mount them in the wall, which is where this one will go. It'll go recessed behind this switch. It'll be above this switch, behind the tug and groove, as you can see right there. So once I get done, that'll all be done. But what I did is I brought the power. The power will come in. Excuse the mess right now. It's going to go into this Mppt charge controller. From there, it'll go down into my battery bank, which is 2 sealed AGMs, or 2 sealed, AGM batteries. We'll have another one added on, so we have 3. They're 35 amp hours a piece, so that makes 70. Once we get the next one on there, we'll have about 100. So that'll finish that, or they're actually 35 amp hours, be sorry. So it'll be about 100, 105, 110, somewhere in there. Quick math here, sorry. And then we'll have those 3 batteries run from this solar charge controller from that 60-watt panel. Now, we don't live here full-time, right? Add extra panels to make sure it stays charged, and as you can see, that's not on yet. I'll do another video once we get it on. Right now it's running that cheap Harbor Freight system with all the lights on. We're still at 12.3. If I start turning them off, as you can see here, it'll start going up. 12.4. I got every light in the house on, so all 30 of them are burning right now, and we were at 12.3 just a minute ago. So I'm gonna disconnect the Harbor Freight system. We'll use it for another project. We'll run it in. So basically, we'll come in on a 60-watt panel into this Mppt, and the Mppt will feed the 12-volt fuse bank, which is a Blue Sea system that you put in a boat, and all the fuses, like a circuit breaker, run all throughout this cabin. It looks like a mess right now, but I'll get it all tidied up. They run the full length of the cabin all the way around to feed all the lighting in this cabin. So as you can see, that's what that is. Ground wire and hot wire. So we'll have a 30 amp fuse right there. We'll have a DC shutoff once we get that hooked up. So we'll go from that to this, and from that to the batteries, and we'll have the system set up. But I want to show you how we had it set up. One other feature before I go downstairs and in the video is we have the 12-volt plugs. Everybody has a cell phone nowadays, and a smartphone, and a tablet, and I bought these. Sorry, it's upside down. 5-volt 1 amp, good for a smartphone, and 5-volt 2.1 amp, which is good for a tablet. And of course, it's got 2 of them that way for his and hers. That way we're not hogging whose power or whose cord we're using, so we can use that. That right there will be my TV. I ran cable TV throughout the whole house. Of course, it won't be cable TV. It'll be a digital antenna, but I wanted to share that with you while I'm pointing at it. So all these will be recessed, and we'll do another video once we get it done. This is part 1 of the 12-volt lighting system that works great. Been testing it for several months now. Instead of going around the outside, let's just go down the cabin, downstairs here real quick. Sorry about the shaking here. The 2 wires you see on the wall right there will be 2 12-volt little lampshade lamps that go above the couch. I'll show you what they look like. Kind of cute. You say, well, where do you get that kind of stuff? Amazon is a beautiful place. So you can wire those in. They actually got a switch on the side. I'll also have ability to switch them off a switch on the wall right there. And you say, well, what's that switch? That's an AC switch, remember. I'm going to have a ceiling fan up top. In here real quick, sorry, we're working on the floors right now. As you can see, the switch on the wall here is a double switch. When you turn these all on, they're all on in here now. I'll back up so you can see it. And of course, they'll have a ceiling fan with a light AC wise as well. And there's my sub panel to hook all the breakers up and all the wiring coming into that, which will be fed from the power building outside. It's coming from the solar panels, but for the AC system. This right here is the 12-volt system. Plenty good light. At night, this thing is lit up like a Christmas tree. It does extremely well. And like I said, we shut them off. This will mount on the wall like this with a couple screws. And then there's a plate that goes over it as well. In the bathroom, same thing. I got the, instead of the warm lights in here, I got the real white lights. That way we can see the shower and everything else. And that's ran by 1 single switch. And that'll be covered up as well once we get it done, and it'll look just like a normal house, but with RV accessory lighting. Here's the cover that goes over that, so as you can see, it'll be a really clean finished product once it's on the wall, just like a regular light switch would be, that's for the fan. Again, ran outlets throughout the house. I'll do another segment on the 48-volt 3648 Outback system that I have in here as well. But right now I wanted to do 12-volt lighting system. This whole system cost me right around $400. So really you don't need any other lighting in this cabin. It's extremely bright. And I guess the neatest thing about it is it runs a little over 9 amps with every light on. They run 300 milliamps times 9, that's 27. Or 27 lights at 300 milliamps. They're about 280 milliamps actually, but you can do the math, like 9.3 amps or shy of 10 amps anyway, without me sitting here and adding it all up. But 280 milliamps times 32 total. So anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe to Off-Grid Cracker. I'll update more videos as we go. Sorry this one's so long, but I thought it was important to share all the details with you guys on this system. And if you want any information on how to build this system, let me know. Email me, offgridcracker@gmail.com. I'll be glad to help you out, as this has been my project, my dream, to build this thing off-grid and sustain the living as you would a normal house without having to skimp too much. So anyway, Off-Grid Cracker, until the next video, talk to you soon. Thanks.